Hello everyone. Welcome back to The Legend of Pirates Online. I somehow... I don't know how I did this. Alright, whatever. That was really awkward, but anyways, welcome back to The Legend of Pirates Online, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently I still have my ×2 XP from the last session, which is fantastic. I'll definitely take that. But in the last episode, or the last session, I guess we just, we did the Father's Day quest, which I guess that was pretty cool. It was just something small to do, and we got a pretty good reward out of it because, shit, I still have my 2 times XP. I thought it was just 3 hours, like, total. I didn't think it'd actually be 3 hours in-game. That's actually pretty cool, so that's awesome. For some reason, it's still directing me to go to Doc Grog, but we ain't doing that. We also continue doing more of the Offrill debt shit. Right now we're just with this one guy doing his debt problems or whatever the hell. Oh wow, that was a lot of lag right there. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about, or at least there's something I definitely like to talk about. So, find work for a bilge rat like you. One last favor, and I will overlook Offrill's debt. Find Orly Farthing? Alright, whatever. Or what remains of him. Eaten by a giant fly trap he was. Had some rings of mine that were a gift from me dear old mum. So I guess we're doing favors. That's the deal with this guy. I mean, we're almost done with the off-rail shit, and I guess this is the final Benedict thing that we need to do. So we're going to Misty Mire. We're getting 1,000 XP for this. I don't know what that entails, but I'll go for it. Alright, so got a lot to talk about. If you guys are following along with when I'm uploading this, then I guess these topics are good for you. Related to my channel, I have finally finished a very long playthrough. It's been a long-running playthrough on my channel. I finally finished that up. That doesn't mean I'm going to be dedicating more time to this. Maybe I will. I don't know. But that means I'll probably be doing more. So if you guys enjoy this, I hope you check out the other stuff I do on the channel. Because there will soon be a day when I'm no longer recording this. There will be a day where I move on. So I hope you guys enjoy my content for more than just the fact that it's pirates. But who am I kidding? Anyways, and more of actual, like, things to talk about. Like an actual fantastic story to bring up. There was a bit of news that came out. It was regarding the time slot system here with the Legend of Pirates Online. I forgot this thing has multiple barrels, which is really weird. So apparently what they're doing is they are finally getting rid of the playline system or time slots or whatever you'd like to call it, which is basically where if you don't have a beta key, you have to sign up for a 3-hour appointment or whatever you want to call it to play the game. And then after those 3 hours, you're kicked out. Holy shit, I got a lot of XP for that. I forgot. I got the dank-ass ×2 experience deal. I feel like this is the only... yeah, I feel like there's only one rancid fly trap here, so I guess I have to wait for him to respawn. That's fine, I guess. I guess I don't have to move around as much. So yeah, they're getting rid of the time slot system. And that doesn't mean that everyone can play when they want. In a way, that you kind of can. What they're going to do is they're implementing a queue system, which is a very regular thing that you see in MMORPGs. So this means that theoretically you should be able to load up the launcher, log in and everything, and you'll be thrown into a queue if you don't have a beta key. If you do, then you just jump into the game as usual. There's really no change there. But if you don't, you get thrown into the queue. And once you're able to get into the game via the queue, if you know how the queue works, you just move up a line. It's basically kind of like a line for like a theme park ride or something like that. Once you get into the game, it's kind of like the time slot system, I believe, where you only get 3 hours and then you're kicked out. That part's kind of unfortunate I can definitely see why a lot of people wouldn't like that. But I feel like this is going to be kind of... This is definitely going to be an iffy move by the Talapo team. I think it's a step in the right direction, don't get me wrong. But I feel as if the time slot system could have been better here. I feel like the servers aren't at a point where it can handle so many people. Therefore, a queue system, it's going to have a lot of people waiting for extremely long amounts of time. And it's basically going to relate to the time slot system, in my opinion. Probably just with more frustration. I don't know. That's just me, you know, thinking out loud. I feel like it may not work, but I guess it is a step in the right direction. The reason why they have it so not everyone can play, why it's not full-on open beta, is because these servers can't handle the huge amount of people that want to play. I'm pretty sure there is quite a bit of people who would like to play The Legend of Pirates Online. Much more so than I would. I like playing the game and everything, but there are a lot more people who would like to play. There's a lot of people that would probably get more use out of my beta key than I am right now. But we'll save that for another story. But I think it's cool. I hope that a lot of you are excited for that at least. You guys will be able to play the game a little bit more on your time, maybe, depending on the wait time for the queue. But I don't know. I think it's great. They're moving into a direction where everyone should be able to play. So I guess in retrospect, it's still a semi-open beta. Nothing's really perfect at this point. But the time will come. The time will definitely come where everyone should be able to get into the game. There should be no issues, just like in Toontown Rewritten. The time will definitely come. But I think an argument that's still being made today by the other pirate server, Retribution, and I don't know if you guys know this at this point. I don't like Retribution. They're very sketchy, and they've been throwing a lot of shit at me since I've been talking shit about them. But I think what they've been advertising is that they're going to be doing like open beta and everything or whatever, where there won't be like a time slot or queue system. And I'm pretty sure that will continue to be like their sort of message to everyone to try and get people to play the game. From what I've heard, they don't really have they don't have nearly the amount of players as The Legend of Pirates Online. Like, it's not that big. So having a sort of open beta or just access to everyone kind of works a little bit better there because it's not a lot of people. But another thing is that there's just not enough features from what I understand. Not everything is implemented. We're level 19, baby. I didn't even see that. Ah, me rings. They're mine again. I'm so happy I could weep. Now that Offrill's debt has been covered, go. I want to be alone. This guy's weird. But yeah, we won't talk much about Retribution. I just want to say, like, I don't know. I mean, just standing up for my boy Talapo or whatever. I have a feeling me luck's about to change, but I must have me lucky dice to seal the deal. Get them back from that rum-soaked, sun-baked vermin, Bastian Craven. We're going to Rum Runner's Isle. Hell yeah. Is that pretty much... No, we got a little bit to go. We're at 78%. Let's say that one of our goals here, or I guess the goal of the session, is to get close to finishing off this this guy's quests. It didn't take that long. I really stretched it with all the bullshit that I was doing. But this did not take long at all, which is great. Did we get any quests for leveling up? No. I have not streamed in a while, so I still have the same quest line there, the optional quest line. Whenever I stream this game, it will definitely do optional quests to keep people entertained. And I will also try to advertise here on YouTube when I am streaming. It's probably going to be in odd or ungodly hours, but at least I'm advertising something. Alright, I'm gonna go sail over to Rum Runner's Isle. I'll see you guys there. So I forgot to bring this up earlier, but you guys remember Jack? He was in, not the last session, but the session before that. First time I had someone joining me in any of these episodes. it was pretty fun, in my opinion, and I would like to have him back. I asked you guys if you guys would like to see more of him, and it seems like you guys are down for it from what I can see, or at least there's no objections. So I think that he will be joining us in the future for some more fantastic shenanigans. Oh boy, what are we going to do here? Lucky dice. If they be so lucky, why am I still stranded here? I'll return Nil's dice. But first, I need you to do some housekeeping chores for me, eh? Of course, this wouldn't be a repetitive game if I didn't have to. So we have to defeat 20 killer wasps, 3 dread scorpions, and we have to recover a bottle of 10-year-old rum from a crate. Sounds easy enough. Alright, we're going to pull out the old cutlass here and get going. Actually, these killer wasps are really fucking weak. So, speaking of Jack, we're also planning on just overall working together yet again. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to use my dagger because, actually, wait a minute. That's level 12. It's level 11. This is really underleveled, but I don't want to use this. This is a pain to work on. So, you know what? I'll just use the fucking sword. Who cares? So we plan on working together yet again. We haven't worked together in quite a while, but overall just collaborating. Back in the day, we used to do a podcast or vodcast or whatever you want to call it, and we're thinking about bringing that back and kind of just making it a general thing. We used to just do it based on Toontown because that's how we met. We were both in the Toontown community. We're thinking about doing it just kind of maybe in this community. Maybe talk a little bit about Toontown because there's always shit going on there. Oh shit, we got a heavy broadsword. That's probably garbage, but it sells. Everything in this game sells for something, I think, which is fine by me. But yeah, we're thinking about bringing back the podcast, vodcast, whatever it may be. We're just going to sit here and talk about whatever is going on, whatever is worth discussing, you know? And, I don't know, I felt like it was probably best to talk about that here and see if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that. Of course, this would all be on his channel, Defective Gamer. Ooh, a plain shirt. I could always use one of those. And we got a cool looking cutlass. I don't think it beats what I'm using, but a cutlass is a cutlass. Am I even... Okay, I've done the scorpions. Fantastic. So all I need to do is the wasps. And I also need to find a crate. Not exactly sure where to find a crate on an island like this. So I will do some exploring while I kill wasps. I feel like I'm mispronouncing wasp whenever I try to use the plural form of the word, which is just adding an S to the end of the word. Wasps. Alright, whatever. At this time, I'm just making a fool out of myself. But then again, when am I not? But yeah, I don't know if you guys would be interested in some sort of podcast or something like that. Jack and I have some great chemistry, and we like to discuss really just anything. So we'll talk about that more, especially if he does come on or come back on to the playthrough, which I'm pretty sure he will. I have not read a comment where someone was objecting to the idea of Jack coming back, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna take care of these quests. We'll get going, man. We'll get going. Unless I think about something to talk about while I'm doing this, which is it's possible. It's very possible.